Welcome back to our channel, guys. So let's talk about the week of May 4 to May 8. Days of our lives is just not holding back at all, and it is all about Alex Kiriakis and Joy Wesley, because the DNA results are finally in, and surprise, surprise, Alex is the father of Baby Kelsey. We all knew this was coming, but it still hits like a massive truck. So Alex gets this confirmation, and he probably ripped open that hospital envelope with shaking hands, sweating, hoping and praying, and his whole entire world shifts on its axis. The second he reads the paper, he is a dad now. He has a little girl, and he wants to be in her life so badly. So he meets up with Joy at the pub, and he makes a huge request. He asks her to stay in Salem. He wants to co-parent. He wants to be a real father. And Joy says yes. She agrees to stick around. But we all know it is not just about the baby for her. Not even close. And let us just picture this scene at the pub, because it is so classic. Salem. Roman is probably wiping down the bar in the background. The smell of clam chowder is in the air. People are just eating their burgers. And Alex is just casually dropping this life-ruining bomb on his own marriage over a beer and some fries. He is sitting there with Joy, looking at this baby, and he is just completely enchanted, is not thinking about his wife at all. He is just thinking about himself and his new daughter, and Joy is sitting across from him, drinking it all in. She is probably acting so sweet and accommodating, saying things like, "Oh, Alex, I just want what is best for little Kelsey," but her eyes are screaming something else entirely. She is marking her territory right there in the middle of the pub. She is staking her claim on this man. But let's look at Alex for a second. Why is he so obsessed with this? Because of his past. And his mother, Angelica Devereaux, abandoned him. She was a massive schemer. She caused so much pain. And she just left him for Justin and Adrian to raise. And Alex has so much deep trauma from that. He felt thrown away. Like he did not matter to the woman who gave birth to him. So he is never, ever going to do that to his own kid. He is going to be the best dad ever. Or at least he thinks he is. He is overcompensating so hard. He wants to be there for every milestone, every bottle, every diaper change. And because of this massive blind spot, he is completely ignoring everything else in his life, especially his wife. He is just tunnel vision on Baby Kelsey. And it is going to cost him literally everything he has built with Stephanie. And then there is Joy Wesley. Oh boy. Joy is something else. She sits there at the pub, smiling, agreeing to stay in Salem. But her brain is working overtime. She is so manipulative. Just like her parents, Craig and Nancy, they used to run schemes at the hospital all the time. Joy learned from the absolute best. She knows exactly what she is doing. She left Salem over a year ago with a fake negative pregnancy test from University Hospital. And let's just pause to talk about how incompetent that hospital is. Seriously. How do you mess up a pregnancy test? But anyway, she had this baby in secret, and now she is back. Right when Alex is finally married to Stephanie, the timing is absolutely not a coincidence. It is a calculated, ruthless move. So she agrees to the co-parenting thing, because it is the perfect excuse to be in Alex's face every single day. She wants to pull him closer She wants him back. And the baby is her ultimate weapon. So Joy is going to use Kelsey to drive a massive wedge between Alex and Stephanie. She is going to call Alex late at night, claiming the baby has a fever, or she needs help assembling a crib, or the baby won't take a bottle, or she needs Alex to run out and buy diapers at 2 a.m, or whatever excuse she can find. And Alex will go running every single time because he has that abandonment guilt. He cannot say no to his kid. And Joy knows this. She is playing him like a cheap fiddle, and Alex is too dumb to see it. He just thinks they are being mature co-parents. But Joy is marking her territory. She wants Stephanie to feel like an outsider. She wants Stephanie to see them looking like a happy little family unit. And it is going to work perfectly because Stephanie is already hanging by a very thin thread. But we really need to talk about Stephanie Johnson, because her situation is actually terrifying right now. She is not just a jealous wife. She's a broken woman. She just went through a horrific trauma, kidnapped by Owen Kent, held hostage, terrified for her life, locked away, and she has severe PTSD from it. She is having nightmares. She hears Owen's voice in her head. She is alienating herself. She is completely paranoid. And her marriage to Alex was already failing before Joy even showed up. Alex was being too overprotective, suffocating her, trying to fix her like she is a broken toy. And Stephanie hates that. She just wants to breathe. And now her husband has a secret baby with his ex. And the ex is moving to town permanently. It is just too much for one person to handle. Her brain is going to short circuit. And the absolute worst part is the gun. So Steve Johnson, Stefania's dad, he thought it would be a good idea to teach her how to shoot. He took her to the gun range with Brady. He gave her a weapon for protection. Because of the Owen Kent kidnapping thing, Steve is an old mercenary. He is patch. He thinks weapons solve problems. And Kayla was probably worried too. But giving a loaded gun to a woman who is suffering from severe PTSD and is watching her marriage crumble in real time is a terrible idea. It is a massive disaster waiting to happen. Stephanie is walking around with this gun, feeling alienated, feeling like she is losing her mind, and Alex is just ignoring her. He is off playing house with Joy, and Stephanie is left alone with her dark thoughts and a loaded weapon in her purse. So this is not just a normal soap opera love triangle. It is a ticking time bomb. You have Alex, oblivious and obsessed with his new baby. You have Joy, smug and manipulative, pushing Stephanie's buttons on purpose. And you have Stephanie, traumatized, and feeling entirely replaced. Stephanie is gonna look at Alex and Joy and Kelsey, and she is going to see a family that she does not belong to. She is going to feel like the third wheel in her own marriage, and Joy is going to make sure of it. Joy will probably make little passive-aggressive comments about how Alex is such a natural dad, or how they share this special bond that Stephanie could never understand. And Stephanie is going to snap. It is inevitable. The pressure is just building and building. And let's not forget about Jeremy Horton, because he is right in the middle of this giant mess too. Jeremy was kidnapped with Stephanie, They share that intense trauma bond. He understands what she went through in that dark place, while Alex is just suffocating her. So Stephanie has been leaning on Jeremy, talking to him, getting comfort from him, and Jeremy completely misread the situation. He kissed her, and Stephanie got upset, but the connection is still there, and with Joy taking up all of Alex's time, Stephanie is going to drift even closer to Jeremy. She needs someone who actually sees her, someone who is not distracted by a surprise baby. So, Jeremy is going to be her lifeline, but it is a dangerous game to play with. A woman who is currently packing heat, but Alex is such a massive hypocrite. He is spending all this time with Joy, bonding over the baby, ignoring his wife's mental breakdown. But the second he sees Stephanie getting close to Jeremy, he is going to lose his mind. He is going to get jealous. He is going to get possessive. He has always been a player in the past, but now he wants to control his wife. And that is just going to push Stephanie further away, because she's going to look at him and say, how dare you? You have a whole nother family now. You moved your baby mama into our town, and you are mad at me for talking to a friend who actually understands my trauma. The fights are going to be explosive. The screaming matches are going to be intense. And Alex is not going to know how to handle it. He is going to drop the ball completely. So the writers are clearly setting up a massive tragedy here, because you do not just introduce a gun into a storyline for no reason. Chekhov's gun, right? If a gun is shown in the first act, it has to go off by the third. And Stephanie has a gun, and she is paranoid, and she is surrounded by people who are pushing her to the absolute edge. So who is going to get shot? Is it going to be Joy? Will Stephanie catch Joy doing something shady and pull the trigger? Or will it be Jeremy? Maybe Jeremy comes over unannounced and Stephanie gets startled because of her PTSD and shoots him by accident. Or maybe it is Alex. Maybe Alex walks into the wrong room at the wrong time and catches a bullet meant for someone else. The possibilities are endless, but they all end in blood. So wrap your heads around this mess, guys, because the week of May 4 to May 8 is going to change everything for the Kiriakis family. The co-parenting agreement is just the beginning. It is the catalyst for the total destruction of Alex and Stephanie's marriage. Joy is going to plant her roots deep in Salem. She is going to use that innocent baby to get everything she wants, and Stephanie is going to spiral completely out of control.